Hey, it's Mark Zimmerman. Hope you're having another great day today. Again, I've talked about this earlier. We focus on real estate investment, but I thought I'd share another story that was told to me probably 25 years ago. I can't take credit for this story either. However, it really impacted me. I didn't follow the advice to the letter, but it certainly did get me thinking about the magic of compounded interest and also how you can just early on stock away a little bit every month and have a really big result at the end versus waiting till the end towards retirement to do that stocking away. Although they'll tell you that there is no bad time to start stocking away savings, getting ready for those years when you might be slowing down a little bit. But I want to use this example. This is an example that probably lots of people have seen before. I certainly, like I said, was given this example years ago, this story, and I want to show it to y'all. I'm going to go ahead and pull my whiteboard up again here, open up my whiteboard, and we're going to go ahead and put this pencil down because I'm going to draw a little bit with my horrible chicken scratch. But this is really it's a great way to understand compounded interest and also what happens if you start putting away earlier rather than later. So this is a story about two friends that grew up together. We're going to call them Ben and we're going to call them Arthur, right? Ben and Arthur, they knew they needed to start saving for their retirement. They decided that that was something that was very important to do. And so they decided they each were going to put about $2,000 a year aside into an account. But what we're going to do is we're going to break that down to where it's even more manageable. And we're just going to say that they invested $167 per month, right? 167 bucks out of your monthly check. Of course, when you're young and not making a lot of money, that's harder to do. Sometimes when you're older and making a lot of money, that's hard to do. But let's just say for argument's sake that it's 167 bucks per month. And let's say that they average over a very long period of time, 12% interest, which S&P 500 index funds, yada, yada, yada. I don't know if that's aggressive. It probably is now. However, the concept still holds true, although the numbers will change a little bit. So let's say that Ben, man, he gets right on it when he graduates high school and starts working. And at age 19 years old, right? Ben starts doing this investment that we've talked about here, where he's going to put $167 a month, which works out to about $2,000 per year, into an investment account, a savings account, really an investment account, so that way he can maximize his interest rate. He averages 12% a year. However, he does that for only 8 years, right? 8 years, and he stops when he's 27 years old. A little stop sign down here. So he stops, right? And so basically over those 8 years, remember, if you take 8 years times $2,000 a year, he put in a total of $16,000 over an 8-year period at $167 a month. Adds up, doesn't it? Now, Arthur, unfortunately, has some life stuff happen, and he gets kind of a late start on when he feels like he can start investing, and he waits until after Ben's really done, okay? And Arthur starts at 27 when basically Ben has stopped. So he starts at 27 years old, but he does this until he's 65 years old, the age that he wants to retire, okay? Now, 65 years, that means that he basically invested for, what is that? Quite a while, 39 years probably. So 39 years he paid into that puppy at $167 a month or $2,000 a year, and he stops at age 65. So over that 39-year period, if you can imagine, he put in $78,000. All right. I'm drawing down here on my whiteboard while I'm looking down. So $78,000 over a 39-year period. So I've got to ask you, let's recap. They both put in $2,000 a year, $167 per month, right? They both average 12% return on their investments over a long period of time. Okay. At age 65, this is a key. At age 65, with Ben only doing it for 8 years and putting $16,000 from age 19 to 27, or Arthur doing it for 39 years, let's call that from like 27, 28 to 65 and putting $78,000 total in. At age 65, who do you think has more money? The one that invested for 8 years, the one that invested for 39 years, the one that invested $16,000, the one that invested $78,000. Well, here's where the magic of compounding interest comes in. The earlier you start and then the longer you let it sit and roll and just snowball, you're going to have a lot more money. In fact, believe it or not, Ben ends up with about $2.3 million. And that's with a $16,000 total investment over 8 years. But he started early and stopped when he was 27 and then just let it ride till he was 65. Arthur, on the other hand, hey, good for him for doing this, but would you believe that he had about $1.5 million instead? But he put in $78,000 and paid for 39 years. Wow. That's a huge difference. That's an $800,000 difference, which is not a small amount of change. So just think about this concept. Great thing to teach your kids, especially if you can maybe help them to make that 167 when they start out at 19, right? And then maybe have them keep going on once they start working and can do it themselves. And if not, just use it as a good illustration about what is so important about compounding interest and the magic of it and how it can really add up if you start early, be committed to it, and then let it ride for a long time. So I'm going to go ahead and shut down this whiteboard. And I just want to let you know that, again, we're all in this journey together. There's an example of something that can really turn into something big. And you know what? I certainly don't fault Arthur for waiting until he was 27 to start doing this. He still had $1.5 million when he ended up at 65, which is not a bad amount to have either. But we got to do something right. Anyway, I hope this is helpful. I hope you have a wonderful day and continue on with your real estate journey and your investment journey and getting to where we all can just retire rich and take it easy. I'm Mark Zimmerman, and I'm out. Thanks for watching, everyone. We really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit the like button and subscribe below.